Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Class MTG, and we have Nuka Pennant Leagues for 4-9 this beautiful Saturday evening. So let's get into it. We've only got a few, so let's run through them real quick. Start off with the uncommons. We have Graveyard Shift for a black and 4 sorcery. This spell has flash as long as there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. That's very interesting. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this is going to be a very interesting card, I think. Because it has the ability to have flash, you can, um, you know, uh, snappy in a creature from your graveyard to kill something, um, or at the end of someone's turn, bring a creature in so that the sorcery speed removal can't kill it, so you can do damage. There's lots of things going on with this. So I think this is going to be a great card for limited. Probably you might see some standard play, maybe Pioneer. Definitely going to be a commander card because there's cards like this in commander already cost 5 and don't have the flash ability. And yeah, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, you could put your commander in a graveyard, flash it back in so you don't have to pay the extra mana to cast it, and then put it in the exile if you do something to it. Like, this card just seems really powerful as an uncommon, and I think it's going to be seeing a lot of play. Next, we have the Unlucky Witness. So for 1 red, we have a 1/1 human citizen. When Unlucky Witness dies, exile top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play one of those cards. I do like here how there's a guy in the background basically saying it. Oh, you caught me doing my crime, now you die. But anyway, this is the card that Red Rush has been looking for. It is only an uncommon, it is only a 1/1, but it would be very easy to just block with this creature, flip 2 cards over, play the best one on your turn because they attacked on theirs. This is a 1 mana draw 2, discard 1 spell basically. Um, this thing's just going to be amazing. Um, This is going to definitely see play in limited, in standard. It's probably going to see play in a lot of the older formats because it is only 1 red, and probably even Pioneer pretty heavily, and definitely Commander. I think this is going to be a card we're going to see across several formats. Next, we have the Luxurious Libation. For a green and X, we have an uncommon instant. Target creature gets +X/+S till end of turn. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. That is very interesting. So basically, this is a 1 green, make a 1/1, and X equals X to target something else. So it's pretty much all colors of the rainbow as far as what you get value wise out of it. The only drawback to this is you have to give something +X/+X. Now, with that, you can give something +X/+X at 0 to make a 1/1 to chump block with, so it's not completely useless. But this is definitely going to see a whole lot of play in limited, probably some standard play as well. I definitely see us having a little bit of legs in Commander. Um, I don't see older formats using this at maybe Pioneer. So next we have Mage's Attendant. So for a white and 2, we have a 3/2 Cat Rogue. When Mage's Attendant enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue wizard creature token. With 1 colorless, sacrifice this creature, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. So as an uncommon, this is insane. Basically, for 3 mana, you're getting 4/3 worth of power across 2 creatures with the ability to counterspell and make somebody hold mana up or prevent them from casting something as non-creature. Um, this card is amazing. This is going to be a shoe-in play for anybody playing white in limited. This may be good enough for a white Winnie deck just because it creates extra creatures. Although I honestly don't think it will, only because of other better 3-drops in white right now. But once those 3-drops rotate out, this is probably going to be the go-to card. But I definitely think it will see standard play, and in Commander, maybe. I mean, it's really going to depend on what kind of deck you're playing. I mean, if you're playing a cat deck, I don't see why you wouldn't want to play this, but it's really going to depend. All right, next here we have Rob the Archive. So for a red and 1, you have a sorcery with casualty 1. For those of you who haven't been here, don't remember, casualty is when you sacrifice a creature power equal to the number the casualty is or higher. When you do, you can copy the spell. So this says exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play one of those cards this turn, or you may play those cards this turn. So, Now this is very similar to other cards that we've looked at, and I do like it. The problem I have with it is this is not a card you can really play in Red Rush unless you only play like 2. And here's why I say that. It says this turn, and this is a sorcery. So you'll be down 2 mana when you cast this, meaning the odds of you casting the other cards you flip over are very, very slim. Now, late game, this would be a great card. So, I mean, if you only draw it late game or it's in your opening hand and you wait till late game to cast it, that's fine. But this, to me, says you got to have 6, 7, 8 land out, minimum of 6, to be able to cast cheap cards if you're playing Red Rush. And if you're holding a card like this in your hand, you're not killing your opponent. So in Limited, I think it's going to be great. I doubt this in particular card. We'll see play in Standard. I think the one red one, I think the Unfortunate Witness will be taking the place of this card. Not only does it do almost the same thing, but it's also cheaper. But this may combo well with having Casualty and the Witness, right? In maybe a Pioneer or Commander deck. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be a big player. All right, so we have Ballroom Fighters. Very interesting. So for 2 white and 3, we have a creature human warrior. Whenever Ballroom Fighters attacks, Ballroom Fighters and up to 1 other target creature you control both gain your choice of lifelink or first strike till end of turn. So this is very interesting. This I don't think it's going to see standard play because 5 mana is too much. This doesn't do enough. But in limited, this could be devastating just because giving stuff first strike so that people can't block it effectively is huge. Could also be a good commander card, although I think there's probably better things to do with 5 mana and commander. And I really think that's probably one of the places you're going to see anything is probably just limited with this card. Next, we have the Evolving Door. Instead of revolving, it's evolving. Anyway, so for a green and 2, we have an artifact. For 1, you can tap, sacrifice a creature, count the colors of the sacrificed creature, then search your library for a creature card that's exactly that many colors plus 1. Exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast the exile card. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so it's kind of like a really bad version of a birthing pod. Uh, Now, with that said, I think this is going to be an amazing commander card because commander really focuses on multiple color creatures, and this lets you sacrifice something to go specifically get something else. So this is going to be great in commander. In limited, I don't think this is good enough. I don't think it does enough because you can only activate as a sorcery, can't respond to somebody killing your stuff. Um, I don't think it does enough in standard unless standard becomes this horrific multicolor pile deck um, format where all these multicolor cards are playable because yeah, like how many? Because it's always +1, right? So you have to sacrifice something that's if it's 1 mana, you can sacrifice to get something that's 2 colors, and if it's 2 colors, sacrifice something to get something that's 3 colors, which that may work, but how many different 2-color stuff do you have to play? Plus, it says you may cast the exile card. It doesn't say with mana of any color, so you have to have the 3 colors of mana. This is going to be very situational. If this card goes anywhere, it's really going to be driven by commander, I think. All right, so next we have last card of the day, I believe. This is Errant Street Artist. Very interesting card. So for 1 blue, you have a legendary creature, which is a human rogue with flash and defender and haste. Okay. For a blue 1 and tapping it, you get to copy target spell you control that wasn't casted. Copy target spell you control that wasn't casted. You may choose new targets for the copy target spell you control that wasn't casted. So there is a lot of free casting in this set that we've seen already, which I've already said is the bane of everybody's existence who plays Magic. Um, with that said, if that becomes a thing, this card could be very good. Now, with that said, it's going to be very hard to use this in limited if you don't have something that does that. So it's not like this is going to be an auto include in every set or every deck. Now, Pioneer free casting, Modern free casting, Commander free casting, like in those kind of older formats where the shenanigans like that goes kind of hand in hand, this may be an epic card for them, which may drive the price of this up, not so much how good it is in Standard. Because I don't think it's going to be that great in Standard unless people build a free cast deck, but if people start building free cast decks that take long to set up, that's when the aggro decks are going to come in and start killing them before they can do anything. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this card goes. I'm very intrigued. The problem with it is if it goes nowhere, then this is just a piss poor card, mechanic and rare. Not that we haven't seen those before, but we could have done better than this, obviously. Uh, the flip side of that, it does go somewhere because it is usable. It's probably going to break the format to the point where people hate it. So there's not that cool in between, right? And that's the only thing that I'm going to worry about this card. So you guys take that for what it's worth. Um, yeah, this is definitely a coin flip gamble on how good this card's going to be. So with that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, just destroy that subscribe button. I'm trying to get some subscriptions up to 1,000 subscribers. And as always, comments down below are greatly appreciated. I'll answer any of them I can find. Um, help support the channel by subscribing, get your notifications going, all that good jazz. And as always, if you've done everything that you can to help subscribe, you want to do a little extra, and I would appreciate that. Links in the description to the Patreon page, the eBay store, where all the box opening series will be, especially when this set comes out, along with personal email if you want to reach out and maybe support the store by buying some boxes or something like that off of me. And then I open them on the channel for you and then email them straight to you. So, with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.